Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Jason.
How are you? Welcome to Jason's Exotic Cooking, where we make sci-fi food fun. As you can hear, the dog is here for the scraps because I'm putting on my apron, and she knows what happens when I'm putting my apron on. And today, I'm going to prepare a dish that has not been tasted much on this earth, but a recent expedition to Mars found some of this stuff lying around, and we went ahead and tried a way to cook it up. So, let's get ready for some tentacle. Now, I particularly like my tentacle fresh, so this leftover stuff from Mars wasn't going to work. We had to send an expedition out to catch us one globulous, disgusting, slimy alien. I've got it right here in the cooler, and I'm going to go get one of its tentacles right now. Sometimes fresh is its price, and you need a little extra something to get it, like your really big knife. Come here, you son of a bitch. Now believe me, fresh is worth the extra effort. Now here we have the tip of a probing alien tentacle. Now, because it's been probing, you don't know where it's been. And you'll be inclined to want to wash it and stuff like that. But it's better to just kind of disinfect it, because if you wash it, you lose some of the flavor, some of the texture, some of the veininess. So what we're going to use is this big jar of what's known as third curd. Now, there's a reptilious alien called a giant anole on a planet known as Thursal 3. And this particular lizard spits its milk at predators in hopes of distracting it when it's attacked. When that milk is allowed to curdle on the planet's surface, it creates this viscous, kind of creamy, thick, lumpy liquid, which you will apply liberally to your tentacle. Now, don't get any ideas about what you're watching. You'll put this all over your tentacle. Get it on there good and thick. Don't be afraid to use too much. It adds lots and lots of flavor. Gets a little slimy there. And the stuff is just really cheap. I mean, for something that's 7.5 feet tall, you'd be surprised how scared a giant anole can get. It'll spit its milk at just about anything. Come to think of it, maybe it's just slutty. I don't know. But the third curd is out there. The third curd is out there like crazy. Ha! I got that one. All right. Next thing we're going to do is dice this sucker up into a nice little puree. So what we're going to do, we're going to need our cutting board, and we're going to cut the tip off of this tentacle. And then, using our trusty big knife, we're going to chop that tip into a kind of tentacly lettuce. We're going to cut this into a kind of tentacly garnish. And when we're done, we'll use this as a nice little dressing piece for the rest of our tentacle. So, we're going to go ahead and plate this and pop it in the oven. Okay, so we've had our tentacle garnished with the chopped up tip and coated with the third curd in the oven for about 45 minutes. It preheated to 550. Got to make it really hot. You want to go ahead and let that glazing cook on there nice and tight, keep the juices in. And now we're going to pop it out and see how it looks. So let's see how this turned out. It turned out really hot. That's how it turned out. Ooh. Turd curd also has medicinal purposes for burns. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and taste this and see how it is. It is absolutely difficult to eat. That is just awful. It's terrible. How did this ever make it onto this show? Somebody